We are excited about the elaboration room.
I am excited about this.
Welcome to the Elaboration Room with Reverend Yo and Reverend Harris.
How you gonna start recording, sis? I ain't even ready yet.
You told me you were ready. Be ready so you don't have to get ready.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again in the Elaboration Room with two sisters of one. We are so glad you're joining us again on this lovely Monday evening, and we hope you all had a wonderful day.
Wonderful weekend.
Wonderful something. She started, y'all, and I was not quite ready yet, but let me get myself together here. So today we're going to talk about It's Your Season. And that's what we're going to come at today, because each one of us have been in a season of our life where things wasn't going so well. And, we had to plow through that season. And then we had to understand and step back that this is the place where God has us at right now. So we have to just keep flowing through this, whatever the trials and tribulations are, we just keep our head up and we just keep focusing through it. So we don't know where you are in what season of your life right now. You may be in a reaping season. You may be in a season of not understanding where God is taking you. You may be in a season of just confusion. We don't know. We don't. But we hope today that we can help you through whatever season that you're in. Both of us have had seasons that we just had to go through. It's not always a good experience, especially when you have to deal, with a lot of hurt or pain or suffering. But in the end of it is when God comes through and he's there for us. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, talking about It's Your Season. I'm gonna let my sis say a little bit before I just keep rambling, because I want to give her 2 minutes to get in there of her thoughts of where we're going with It's Your Season.
Okay, so as Reverend Yo said, we don't know what season you are currently in, but whatever the season is, I would just like to put it on your minds to embrace the present, embrace the season that you are in, because wherever God has placed you, it may be a season of growth. Treasure that and really pay attention and find joy and savor it. It may be very difficult, and you may be saying, Reverend T, you are out of your mind. There's nothing in this moment right now in my life for me to treasure. But it becomes a testimony. If it's a season of struggle where you are going to grow, it becomes a testimony for you. When I was in the midst of my seasons, certain specific seasons, I could have said, God, I don't want to learn any more lessons. But as I am on this side and where I am now, that season became a story, one of my stories, one of the chapters in my life that became a testimony. Yeah. So each season is to be treasured. Yes. And we have to celebrate those achievements that we made it through, right?
Yes,
that's it. God is not going to give us more than we can handle, right?
That's what it says. But each season is a time for us to go through whatever process that we're going to go through during that time. It's just like the seasons that we have, the winter, spring, summer, and fall. With each season, it comes a change.
Yes.
So with each season, there's going to be a change in your life. So in the summer months, we deal with the heat and, we have to do certain things. We change in the fall, that's when everything starts to turn and it gets real pretty. In the winter, depending on where you are, you probably get the snow. And here California, we get a little bit of rain, sometimes a lot of rain, sometimes no rain. And then in the spring, we're dealing with the blooms of everything. So those of us that have allergies, we're dealing in that. So even with the 4 seasons that change, life is that same way. Every season in your life, I'm not saying you're going to go through 4 different seasons in a year, because one season can last a year or longer, but every season in your life, there's going to be some type of change.
Right. And you just have to keep learning. We have to keep learning with each moment that we are in, because stagnation is not life.
Yeah.
Ever evolving is life. And when we look at the nature, as Reverend Yo was saying, when we look at the nature of God, it's ever evolving. A butterfly doesn't stay a caterpillar.
Nope.
A butterfly evolves. Yeah. So growth is an ongoing process. And if you remember when you were growing up, going through those teenagery spaces, sometimes your body would feel the pains of your bones stretching. You had growing pains. And so life becomes that we are supposed to be looking and learning and ever evolving.
Yeah, because as we look at seasons, especially those of us that are believers, when we look at different seasons and times in our life, we don't know how long that season is going to last. God can be directing us into a different path, because that's the new place that he's having us to go. And when God is directing us into that new path, we're coming into a different season. So some seasons, I remember when he put me in a season of rest. It was about almost 6 months of a season of rest where there were certain things I just couldn't do. I had to literally sit down and rest. There was a lot of ripping and running that I used to do, but he even gives you that season of rest when he knows you are just becoming tired and overwhelmed. So sometimes he will put you in a season of rest. Years ago, I used to do hair. I used to braid. And I just kept doing my clients. And I knew my body was tired. I just kept going. I would rest in between, but I would just keep going. And one day, I just could not use my left side at all.
Wow.
So in my mind and in what I believe in, that was him telling me it's time for you to rest. You need to rest your body. So I had a season of rest even during that time in my life. But every season that you're in your life, God is still in control of that season. God controls the seasons that we live in, and he controls the seasons in our life. And he makes them to where either we're coming in, going out, learning, and we definitely should be growing. Every season we come out of, we should have growth from the season before. So as we're coming out of each of these seasons, we should be a little higher level than we were before, because we've learned something. Either we've learned patience, we've learned endurance, we learned perseverance. We've learned something in the seasons that God has us going through.
And it's going to depend on your mindset. If you are negative about life and what everything is just, you only see the downside, you don't see the possibilities of growth, then you become stagnant. But if you have a more positive mindset, if your hope and your faith is in God and what God can do in your life, then you maintain that positive outlook, even when facing challenges. And a positive mindset can help navigate the obstacles, because you're depending and you're moving with God's grace. And that gives you that resilience to keep on going.
Yes. And that we can use that one as even like the season of spring, because in spring, everything is blooming again.
But first it goes dormant. Right.
Huh?
But first it goes dormant.
Yeah. But
That's
then it comes back into when spring comes back around, it's new beginnings. It's
yes.
new opportunities for us. And it gives us hope that, okay, even though I just came out of that dark fall, winter, cold, season, I'm moving into this new beginning season. And then as we begin to see signs of growth, we can look at that as even the season of summer, because we're all coming out into this new thing of we're going different places, and that can be a lot of distractions too, but that can be a season of growth. And then we can take this fall season, that can be some of our successes, some of our failures, different things that helps us deal with the different seasons in life. Is it going to be perfect? No. Will you get through it? Yes.
And you have to celebrate those achievements.
Yeah.
You have to celebrate. If it's one day, you
Yeah.
made it from yesterday to today, or you didn't cry in the last hour, celebrate those achievements, no matter how small or how significant. Are you frozen? We just hit a glitch. So I just want to say for you to encourage yourself. Sometimes we must motivate ourselves, because motivation on any level is positive. And also connect with supportive people. I guess it was just to be my turn right now. Connect with supportive people in your season, those who are going to be with you in your growth, those who are going to support you emotionally and support you with encouragement. So, as always, we are just offering you some things to consider, something else to consider. So continue to be strong and be brave. Keep your hand in God's hand. That's Reverend Yo's part. But she's coming back. All right, say your ending part. She is still frozen. So until next time on the see, we're just two regular sisters doing this. We have no tech department. We are just real in this. So until next time on the Elaboration Room with two sisters of one, stay positive. Keep your hand in God's hand, and you'll make it through. Bye-bye.
The Elaboration Room with two sisters of one. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode every Monday at 6 p.m.